What's up, everyone? We are here to do a quick impromptu live stream. We wanted to take some time to recap our recent event and thank some of the sponsors and also answer any questions that come up. I'm Nicholas, the co founder of the Port St. Lucie Business Club, and I'm joined by our other co founder, Danny. What's up, Danny?
What's going on, Nick?
Not much. It's been a busy week.
Yeah, I can only imagine, man. It's been it's like a seven day work week for the past, I don't know, 50 weeks.
Right? It feels like
feels
that. Yeah.
feels like it. That
Just
post that you put on our Facebook page about going from 9 to 5 to 24/7 when you're an entrepreneur. That's not a lie. It's not a lie.
it's
And it's
nonstop.
not even physical labor either. I mean, just, if you're thinking about your business or if you're working on your business or in your business, you're constantly working. And that's why these events that we have in the evening that we're talking about tonight are so much more important for those entrepreneurs who are growing their businesses to, at the very least, try to organically build those relationships and merge those ecosystems with those power partners. And we got a lot of great feedback. So we'll talk about
Yeah.
that, but let's get started with the thank yous and the highlights.
Absolutely. Yeah. Kick us off. I know we had a lot of, obviously, a lot of help from our community connectors, from our sponsors, from the venue, from our food
Yeah.
sponsor. Why don't we start with the food sponsor? Because I think Jeff did an incredible job. You handled that whole deal. Tell us a
Yeah,
little bit about Jeff, Cam's Pizza, and what he did for the event.
yeah. Jeff opened. Jeff, I want to say, and if he watches this, he can comment below if I'm correct or not. But I think he opened it up close to 12 to 18 months ago. I think we held an outdoor
Right.
networking event there at his
Yeah.
location after we did the ribbon cutting through the Chamber of Commerce with him. Um, and I reached out to him immediately without even hesitation, Nick. I said, "Hey, we're throwing a networking event, an evening networking event. I'd love for you to be the food sponsor." He's like, "All right, great. How many pizzas do you need?"
He's
Without
always jumped
hesitation.
right in. Yeah, he's a good guy, Jeff. And we're talking about Jeff over at Cam's Pizza. If anyone's joining us and you've been to Cam's Pizza or you've tried it, let us know in the comments because yeah, it's probably I would say he does more for the community than a lot of other businesses or other restaurants for sure.
Yeah, no, him and his wife Tracy. I mean, they are very open, always looking to help as best as we can. But they are still very busy because they work
Mhm.
in their business.
Yeah.
They work on their business, but they work in their business a lot. So as a community, I think it's important that we solicit their business and patronize their business more often because they have incredible pizza, and they're just good people. So thank you to them so much for sponsoring our food last night at our evening event.
Yeah, he's been an incredible supporter. Then, of course, we have the venue, Guardians for New Futures, an amazing venue, an amazing organization that does a lot for children. Just a pillar of the community. There's a whole story behind Guardians for New Futures, which you can go look up if you're interested. But basically, they've brought together resources that used to be scattered across the entire county, and in some cases, even across the entire state
Yeah.
into one child advocacy center right here in Port St. Lucie. And so it was just a great opportunity to not only help them tell their story, but it was just a beautiful venue. We had great weather. So we want to give a shout out to Suzanne, who helped set it up, and then
Yes.
Debbie, who oversees Guardians for New Futures. And one thing I forgot to mention is that they rent that facility out as well. So if anyone wants to have an event of their own,
Yes.
at Guardians for New Futures. Just get in contact with them, or you can reach out to us and we'll get you connected. But you can also utilize that space just like we did.
Yeah, I think that's important to definitely highlight because I've already spoke to Suzanne about renting their space for my own financial workshops that I'll be holding in the future, in the near future. So be on the lookout for that. But I will be holding workshops there, and maybe there's a little happy hour afterwards on the patio if if I get a good attendance, right? But Yeah, I think their story, I think what they're doing in the community, I think collaborating with other agencies and consolidating them all under one roof is
Mhm.
absolutely incredible. And you know what else they have? In the entrance, they have a wall with a beautiful tree that was painted
Mhm.
on the wall with
Yeah.
leaves. If you go to their facility, they have sheets with QR codes that you can scan and donate $100, and you can get your leaf put on the wall
Yeah.
with your company
Permanently.
name permanently. So for business owners, I highly encourage you go onto their website or you stop in, take a tour, and scan the QR code, donate $100, get your leaf up there. I think it goes to a great cause. So
Yeah.
thank you to them so much for opening up their venue to us.
We appreciate it. I'm sure we'll be back to do other events, other workshops, and we encourage everyone to support Guardians for New Futures and get that leaf, make a mark on the community in a permanent way for a very affordable investment for your business.
100%. Thank you again, ladies. We really appreciate you.
Who else? We got our sponsors to thank, right? Let's
Yeah.
start with Yesenia, who's also one of our community connectors. She's a
Yeah.
realtor with Team Napolitano at Keller Williams. Her
Mhm.
table setup, the
Oh,
table was incredible. I did not expect that.
it had this oriental vibe to
Yeah,
it with the red and the gold. I think she did a phenomenal job, and her team was so supportive of her effort. I think it's absolutely fantastic for her to come out. She's a great person. I think she's a great realtor, extremely knowledgeable because I don't know if you know this. I don't know if anyone knows this, but if you don't, she's been in real estate in some capacity for some time. She
mhm,
used to work for another real estate firm, and she also used to work for an interior designer where she would help people pick the marble, the cabinets, the handles, the floors. So she's been in the industry for a really long time. So
yeah.
her level of knowledge, not just from the real estate perspective, but from the process itself of getting settled in your new home is incredible. And for her to come out and show out the way she did in the million door prizes that she gave out with her team, absolutely incredible. So Yesenia, thank you
Yeah.
so much to your whole
Yes.
team.
Thank you. She's always been a supporter and someone who just jumps in and helps as a
Yep.
community connector. So it was great to be able to finally highlight Yesenia in front of the group. And yeah, the number of door prizes, I think she has the record now for the
Yeah.
most door prizes given away at one of our events.
Yeah. Yep. She does.
Next up, we have Home Perspective Painting and Staining, a local painting company. Tell us about them.
Yeah. When when I first approached them, there was someone that were a early supporter of the Port St. Lucie Business Club. Lauren and her team and her staff. She was one of the first supporters of the Port St. Lucie Business Club when it was just a Facebook page. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I remember you and I were having breakfast in Fort Pierce somewhere, and we saw
Yep.
them there. And I remember they approached us about sponsoring, but things happen. We get busy, we get crazy, we have so many cool events that we get lost in the sauce sometimes, for lack
Yeah.
of a better term. But when I reached out to her about sponsoring, she's again without hesitation. She said, "I'm here for you. I'll
Yeah.
do whatever I can to support you." And she gave me the opportunity to speak on their behalf. And I think that they're just great people, and we thank them for being part of last night's event.
Yeah, and definitely going back to our early days of the group when we were just a Facebook group before we ever did any type of events, before we ever thought about doing anything in person. Yeah, Lauren probably added or invited over 500 people to the group, and she was the first person who really helped grow that initial number count, which helped us
Yeah,
just sort of because you know how it is with the virality of Facebook groups.
yeah,
Nobody wanted to join in the early days when there was only like 5 people. I
yeah.
remember
Of
people
course.
used to actually reach out and say, "Why would I join a group that only has like 10 people?" So she
Yeah, yeah,
added so many people, and we really appreciate that. And we always want to go back to our roots and be thankful of that. So thank you, Lauren, from Home Perspective Painting. We're so glad that you finally had that opportunity to highlight your business in front of the group.
absolutely. And we have some people that jumped
Oh,
on.
nice.
Yeah, we see Rod. Amazing event last night, he says. I'm
Awesome.
glad you enjoyed it. We have
Thank you,
Nicole. Hey,
Rod.
Nicole.
Hey, we got Melanie here from Bootlegger Mobile Bar. We got Nicole
Mhm.
from All Area Roofing, and we got Rod from Millennium Tax and Accounting. I hope I'm getting that
Yep,
right.
yep,
Rod's been a supporter from the early days as well. He's been at many
yep.
of our events. So thank you, all three of you, for joining our quick live stream. If anyone has any questions,
Yes,
we're here to answer questions, and we're just kind of recapping the event and thanking some of our sponsors and some of our community connectors.
yep, and I think next up on the sponsor list, is Easy Tech.
Oh yeah,
But, I wouldn't know anything about Easy Tech if it wasn't for Oksana.
yes,
Oksana is extremely knowledgeable about that industry, but just not even just as a an industry expert or a product expert. She's just a great person. I think she joins you and Sammy at the netwalking more than
yeah.
most.
There
Uh,
she is. Look at that.
there she
Read the
is.
comments.
Hello, Oksana.
Will she be at netwalking tomorrow? That's the question.
That's the
Yeah.
question.
I
Yeah,
will be there. I will be there. Even though it's been a hectic week, a hectic day, I don't
yeah.
wanna miss my netwalking, so I'll be there at 8 AM tomorrow in tradition, Panera Bread parking lot. Let's see
you
some of
could
you out there.
you could count on Nick, boy. Let me tell you. So sometimes I feel like Nick doesn't even have another full time job because
Yeah.
Nick has two full time jobs. Everyone.
It's yeah, I don't know. I'm just lots of energy drinks. I know they're bad for me, but hey,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
should
Don't
be I
worry.
should be getting paid for the sponsorship here. Ghost
Yes,
Energy.
there you go. Don't worry. It'll catch up to you soon. But anyway, Oksana, she's just a great person, a great human being. She was also our videographer. She took some really good
Yeah.
video of everything, even the tour that we did um, for the facility. And I think that again, one of those sponsors that we reached out, and she's helped also. Oh, I can't forget to say this, man. She's also helped with the format
Yes.
of our evening events. She's helped with helping us become more streamlined, certain tweaks that we can do. Because here's the truth, Nick. We do not, and I repeat, we don't want to be like every other networking event.
Yeah.
We don't.
Mhm.
And we take our community connectors and our participants and everyone who comes, we take their feedback serious and we make immediate change. Right. Some
Mhm.
feedback, we don't make the change, whether we don't agree with it or it just doesn't make sense. That's totally fine.
Yeah.
But we always encourage that feedback. And Oksana has been one of those people that has headed that format of, hey guys, let's talk about how we can improve our events. So thank you to her, not just for being a
Yeah.
sponsor, but for making the events great over time.
Yeah, and for being a community connector, and
Yep.
she was the first person who joined our leadership team, other than the three of us, you, me, and Michelle. So for anyone who doesn't know, Oksana is also our community engagement director. And as we grow, a year ago, I never thought we would need this type of structure, but we really need that type of structure now, where we
Yeah.
have the leadership team, we have
Mhm.
the community connectors who are our volunteers, because without them, none of this is possible. And Oksana has really led the charge to oversee that community connector program. Uh,
Yep.
we were running it internally ourselves for a little while, and it was not really going anywhere. And we
Yeah.
approached Oksana and we said, "Hey, do you want to take a stab at turning this community connector program into something that is a win-win for people who are participating and for the business club?" And she's just run with it. We now
Yep.
have over 25 members who are community connectors, and without them, an event of yesterday's scale would have never been possible. So thank you, Oksana.
Yeah, and not to mention, but we also don't want to forget our leadership team. We recently brought on Zachary Grubb from SC Logoware as our social impact
Mhm.
director. So he's in charge of building relationship with nonprofits on the Treasure Coast, so that we can make as much effort as we can to support those nonprofits, and highlight them whenever the opportunity presents itself and it makes sense. But also Corinne
Mhm.
Paramo, she just became our membership
Yes.
director, so we highlighted her. So thank you for her, her efforts. She's so engaging and
Yeah.
she's so willing to help. So
And
thank you to
that's really
her.
because of you, Danny, because what you started, which this was completely your idea.
That's
The
right.
whole
You had no idea
Yeah.
what I was doing.
I had
Yes.
no idea about this, but for anyone who doesn't know, Danny's idea was to reach out to new members who joined the group. And offer the opportunity for them to jump on a call with either him or one of our community connectors and just have a chat. We're not selling
Yeah.
anything. Obviously, there's no
No.
membership with the business club. We just wanted to welcome them, make them aware
Yeah.
of the different programs and the different groups and see how we could help. And you trained Corinne on how to do all that, and she
Yeah.
really led the charge. And so we just felt that it would be a good next step for her to have a little more oversight in that process as our membership director, and she'll be overseeing that entire process to welcome new members to the club.
Yeah, and if there's any new members that are watching right now, the intention behind it is to for us to take a proactive approach of reaching out and just asking, just a few questions. One is, how'd you hear about the Portia and Lucy Business Club? What are your goals? What are you hoping to accomplish as being a member of the Portia and Lucy Business Club? And what can we do to support you and connect you with the right person? Right. Sometimes I feel like we join
Mhm.
different organizations, but it's more of a proactive approach of, hey, you've been here for a certain period of
Right.
time. We haven't seen you any of the events. Why?
Mhm.
So we want to take the proactive approach. As soon as they come on, we're introducing ourselves. We're not only that, but Nick, we're also onboarding them onto our website,
Mhm.
porcelainlucybusinessclub.com, and we're helping them navigate the Porcelain Lucy business page on Facebook because we have our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday
Mhm.
themes. So we want to make sure that they're not lost
Yeah,
and
it can
and
be a
they
little
they
overwhelming.
they
Yeah,
understand the format. Yeah, because it could
right.
be overwhelming with so much scrolling. So we want to be able
Yeah.
to onboard them and they can be familiar with the format.
Yeah, and it's
So thank
different.
you, Corinne.
Yeah, and that's another good thing to just touch on real quickly, how our group is a little bit different, and we get some
Yeah,
feedback from time to time because there are a lot of groups out there that you can just post whatever. There's really not a lot of moderation. There's nothing
right.
wrong with that. I'm not knocking
No,
any other
no,
groups.
no. That's
That's the
totally fine.
purpose, is to promote
Yep.
in those groups. But what we try to do is we have a different theme for every day of the week, like Motivation Monday or Testimonial Tuesday, and we try to just keep it a little bit less chaotic and have
Yep.
more engaged discussions every
Yeah.
single day. And there's still plenty of opportunity to promote on Thursday on our Throwdown Thursday post. We have social media shout out Sunday, which we just started.
Hmm.
So there's a lot of opportunity to promote, but we just try to um, clean it up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of work behind the scenes to make that happen. Michelle is the one leading that charge. She's in there every day, just moderating and
Yep.
approving members one by one, making sure that everything's working.
Yeah. Yeah. And the last thing I'll say about that is, guys, if you're out there, if you're listening, if you're watching this, if you're gonna watch it later, just be on the lookout because Michelle, Nick, and I we're working on a lot of really cool stuff that's going to be coming down the pipeline. So you want to be informed. You want to be
Yeah.
engaged on the Facebook page. You want to be informed on all platforms. Instagram. Nick does a great job posting on Instagram. We have our TikTok. That's going to get more engagement as
Right.
well. But just be on the lookout. Be on the lookout for the progression and the growth of the club because there's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipeline and I don't want anyone to be lost or not know what's happening. So just be on the lookout for that.
Absolutely. Want to go back to the comments real quick.
Yeah.
I see Nicole will be at netwalking in the morning. Awesome. I'll see
Yeah.
you there. It looks
Mhm.
like you're going to bring Jennifer with you.
Mhm.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Nice.
For anyone who wants to join us for netwalking, all you have to do is show up tomorrow morning
Yeah.
at 8 a.m. at the Panera Bread parking lot, and we
Mhm.
walk 1 to 3 laps around Tradition Lake. No RSVP required. No cost. If you want to
Mhm.
walk just one lap, go ahead.
Yep.
We just like to get together and get a little exercise in. Denise, thank you for joining
Mhm.
us. And Melanie says, I'm sad I'll miss you. We need to get coffee soon. And let's see, who else we got here?
Oh, we got
Uh,
Miguel clapping it up for us.
there we go. We
Yeah.
got Katerina, an amazing group of people. Thank you. Got
Yeah.
Jennifer. Yes, I will. Michelle is a rock star. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
And we got Grizel. Looking forward to the progression. Thank
Yeah,
you,
it's gonna be
everybody.
fun. It's gonna be fun. And by the way, I don't want to move on to the
Mhm.
next to the next thing without highlighting Sam Brinkley.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the one that heads up
Hmm.
the networking. He created that, and we were just there to support him as best as we can.
Yeah.
So thank you to Sam Brinkley for putting that together over at Tradition.
Yeah, that's really weird. That's a good example of what we're trying to do with the business club. We don't want to
Mhm.
like go create all these little offshoots and all these
Yeah,
different
yeah,
groups.
because we can't. We don't have the
No, we
bandwidth.
can't. We want to find the people who want to lead those types of things, then we just want to support them. So
Yeah.
networking, it's totally Sammy's thing. It's his group, but we just try to feed it and support it as best we can. And we've done that with several other
Oh, yeah.
groups like Gather and Grow,
Yep.
and just all the different networking events that we support. You know,
Yep.
it's not our thing, but we just want to bring awareness to it as best we can.
Yeah, and, we can't forget to highlight our networking star of the month,
Yes, Angela.
Angela, from Guaranteed Garage Door. Angela wasn't she's the one that created the name for Community
She did.
Connectors,
We were
right?
having a one-on-one at Starbucks, and,
Okay.
I was like, "Hey, I wanna create some type of volunteer thing, but I don't wanna call it, an ambassador program because a lot of other organizations use that term.
Yep.
What can we come up with?" And she was like right away, she was like, "Oh, community connector." And I wrote it down, I was like, "That's gonna be it, community connectors."
Yeah, yeah, and not only that, but she's extremely involved in so many different organizations. I mean, I know she's involved in multiple chambers.
Yep.
I know she's involved with the Go Getter Girls
Mhm.
Network, which is a phenomenal organization for women business owners, women entrepreneurs, women just business women. I think is absolutely fantastic. And it looks like Denise said that she won the award today
Oh.
for Go at the Girl Getter Girls Summit. So
Oh,
what
man,
that's
so
a
2
big
awards in 2 days? Really? What was
that's a
that one?
big week for her.
What did she win there, Denise? Let us know.
What'd she win? So thank you to her.
Yeah.
She is a networking star. And Nick came up with the idea of highlighting a networking superstar at every evening event, as long as they show up, because
Yeah,
if they
right.
don't show up, we can't. So they have to show up in
There's a
order to
lot
be
of
highlighted.
coordination that goes in behind the scenes
Yeah,
for that, but nobody knows who's, they don't, it's not like they know ahead of time. It
no,
is
they
a
don't.
surprise for them, but
It
we
is
have a
a
whole system
surprise.
for how we do that.
Yep, which is why we encourage you
Yeah,
guys to come to as many evening events as you can,
yeah,
because it's a surprise, and we don't want to skip you. If we
yeah.
appreciate you and we value you, we want to highlight you and get you in front of as in many eyes as we can. But again, Angela, thank you so much for everything that you've done for us and supporting us and helping us in the growth of the club. You are one of those people that we really treasure and appreciate. So thank you.
There's someone else I wanna highlight who we
Yep.
actually forgot to give a shout out yesterday, and it's been bothering me all
Oh,
day.
let's
Our
go.
photographer, Jerry.
Yes. Oh my
Jerry's
God.
done an
Yeah.
amazing job. We have a lot of photographers who show up at our events, but I think Jerry brings a unique energy with him where, like, it's not just about taking the photos, it's about the experience. And he really knows how to get that experience out of people and make it a fun time. And he really puts in the effort to make sure that he gets the best photos possible. So we want to give a huge shout out to Jerry. You're going to see his
Mhm.
photos from the event very soon. He'll be
Yep.
sharing them. And if you need an event photographer, definitely reach out to Jerry. If you need his contact details, you can find them in our group. He's in there, or you can reach out to us. But yeah, Jerry's just an amazing photographer.
Yeah, and he doesn't just do events. I mean, he does headshots, he does professional sessions in studio, he does on location weddings, he does everything. I mean, I had a conversation with him a few events ago at Martini Network, which is another, organization that you guys have to check out. Veronica Kalabab is absolutely amazing. If anything, she is the OG
Oh yeah,
of networking on the Treasure Coast and in this area. And as if it wasn't for her, I don't think that we would have had the quick growth that we did. So, again, thank you to her. But Jerry does so many other things. So please, if you're looking for professional headshots for your business, reach out to Jerry. If you're looking for something casual, a wedding, an event, birthdays, whatever it is, he does it. So reach out to Jerry. Jerry, thank you. We
yeah,
appreciate you.
he will bring the energy. And yeah, thank you for mentioning Veronica. She is just so near and dear to our heart.
Hmm.
Very good friends with me and Michelle and you, Danny, with
Hmm.
everyone. I mean, who hasn't met Veronica? She's just everywhere. Her event, this is cool. Her next Martini Network is going to be in Port St. Lucie at the Saints
Nice.
Pub. So
Yep,
I
it
really
is.
want this one to be one where we get the entire Port St. Lucie Business Club community out there. Let's
Yes.
pack the house. Let's
Yes.
wear purple. Let's show up. I think it's
Yeah,
going to be
absolutely.
a fantastic event because she moves her events around. So
Yes.
sometimes it's as far south as Stewart, or as
Hmm.
sometimes it's in Fort Pierce. But when
Pierce.
it's in Port St. Lucie, let's show up as a group. It's going to be a
Absolutely.
great one.
For sure, 100%. And, again, I don't wanna miss on this point, Nick, because
Mhm,
it's just super important that you and I are always brainstorming, and I
mhm,
honestly, you know, since we first met, the only thing that I think about aside from my financial planning, um, uh, practice is how can we make the Porcelain Lucy better for the sake of providing more value to business owners?
mhm.
What can we do? And the reality is, what can we do to get money in the pocket of the business owners, right? And there's only so much we could do, right? We don't have all the bandwidth in the world to help absolutely everyone. As much as we would love to, we can't. But we need that feedback, and
Yeah.
I think about it all the time. How can we make this better? And I'll be honest with you, Nick. Every time we do an evening event, and every time that we reflect, and we have these type of calls to recap, I can't help but to feel excited about the future of the
Mhm.
club and where it's going to be going. It's going to be something really special that not just the area has ever seen, but I've been involved with a lot of networking events over my
Mhm.
careers. I want to say close to 20 years, maybe more.
Wow. Hmm.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, when I graduated
Yeah.
from college, I immediately joined either one of those one-off groups
Mhm.
that have one profession per, table or seat, whatever you want to call it, chambers. I mean, I've done it all. I've
Yeah.
done everything. This is something different. This is
Mhm.
something that not a lot of people have seen, and
No.
I
Yeah.
cannot wait for the future. I'm a visionary. I'm 5 or 10 years ahead already. Right?
Yeah.
Nick is the I'm here today, I'm present for today
What do I
because
have
he
to
needs
do
to figure
today?
it
Yeah.
out
Right.
today. I'm the visionary and I see it. And Nick, if it wasn't for you trusting me,
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be able to put these events on
Which
like
is
we are.
unusual for me because 'cause I'm typically a micromanager, and this is very unusual. I've never, like, actually had a team help me with stuff,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
this
yeah.
is, like, where it's a complete 180, but I see that the only way forward, because of how fast we're growing, and which is totally it's just crazy. The only way
Yeah.
forward is to build a team, and as I was thinking about the event last night,
Mhm.
what actually impacted me more than just the number of people there, which was
Yeah.
just incredible, was how our community connectors were just so helpful and
Oh,
so involved. And that to me meant more than anything else. Just seeing so many members of the community who have their own businesses, who have their own problems and life
yeah.
situations, they came
Yep.
together and put on that event because there's no way you,
No.
me, and Michelle could do what
Nope.
we did last night without
Nope.
the 20 plus community connectors. Even if they weren't there, they helped promote it, they helped with
Yep.
the planning, and then we had
Yep.
about 10 community connectors actually running the show. So we really are thankful to all of our community connectors.
Yep. And our next event is in collaboration with SCORE,
Mhm.
which is going to be held on March 21st. Nick, what's the time again on that
It's going to be
event?
6 p.m. and I'll put it in the chat here. Let's see if this works. Hopefully, let's see if I can publish it. I'll put it here. It's going to be 6 p.m. It's at the Port St. Lucie Community Center. So, for
Yep.
anyone not familiar with SCORE, it's a very prestigious organization of
Yep.
retired executives who
Yep.
volunteer their time and train on different topics. And so, SCORE is bringing together an amazing speaker on the topic of business funding. And the
Yes.
reason we wanted to do this on business funding is that when we polled the group, that was actually one of the most um, asked about topics that business owners wanted to learn about.
Yeah.
So come out. It's going to be free. It's at the Port St. Lucie Community Center, which is the city of Port St. Lucie is actually
Yeah.
hosting this venue because of their close relationship with SCORE.
Right.
And we just want to bring people there and have you learn about business funding. If you've gotten rejected for funding and you're
Hmm.
looking for a path forward, the speaker, Boyd Karen, has a lot of experience with helping businesses get the funding they need.
Yeah.
So come on out March 21st, 6 p.m. at the PSL Community Center, and you can get all the details in our group.
Yes. So we look forward to seeing you guys there. And again, once again, thank you so much to each and every one of you for coming out, for supporting, and just for being so engaged. And I look forward to seeing you guys
Yeah.
and during the week and during the month and at our next event.
Let me
Nick,
see. I think we have a few more announcements. I
yeah.
see we have Michelle from Gather and Grow joined us. I want to
Oh, there
mention
you
that
go.
event coming up.
Yes. Yeah.
That
What is that?
is, let me see. I think it's, I want to say March 22nd.
Is
Let's
it?
see when it is. Let's see. That's it. Yeah, March 22nd at 10 a.m. So if you want to attend a networking event on a weekend and you have kids, or even if you don't have kids, this is a very unique group that is going to be meeting at Susie Doo's Playhouse March 22nd. And that's going to be at 10 a.m. I'll be there, and it's a really unique opportunity because a lot of people want to do networking, but maybe they can't do it during the week.
Yeah.
So
And
check
then,
out Gather and Grow.
and you just reminded me when you brought that up,
Mhm.
ConnectSphere Social Networking in
Yes.
Stewart is on Thursday, March 6th at 6 o'clock at the 999 Lounge and Bar.
And that's run by
Um,
Dawn, and the folks from Guaranteed Garage, Repair, so we definitely wanna support them as well.
yep.
Hey, look at that, Susie Doo's
Hey, look at
Playhouse is
that.
here. Susie's
Susie
here.
Deuce. And then you mentioned, Martini Network, we mentioned Hours, and we mentioned Gather and Grow.
I
So
feel
there's
like
a
I'm
lot of great
forgetting a
things
few.
happening in the community. I don't think
There's
we
even
are.
something tomorrow night. There's one of our community connectors, Amber Jackson, is
That's
hosting
right, yes.
a quarter auction.
Yes,
We're
there it
actually
is,
one of
tomorrow
the
at 6.
sponsors, so we'll
Yes,
be there
yes.
tomorrow.
Totally
Uh,
forgot about that. I
let me get
apologize for that.
let me get the
Long
details
week.
for that.
Yeah, it's the 2025 All Elite Sports Academy quarter auction. It starts tomorrow at 6 o'clock. And
Yeah,
it's at the Dog Training Elite at 4104 Okeechobee Road, Fort Pierce, Florida, is their venue sponsor. So again, that's 4104 Okeechobee Road in Fort Pierce. And Nick's going to put that in the
yeah,
chat.
we'll put that in
Um,
here.
they're going to have a silent auction. They're going to do a 50-50 raffle, and that's to raise funds to start up their facility and attain some equipment, and also add to their scholarship fund. So they're doing a lot of really cool stuff over
Yeah,
there.
that's gonna be a
So
good
I
one.
look forward to seeing everyone there tomorrow at 6 p.m.
It's a new organization, so come on out and support it. Amber's been doing an incredible job
Yes.
as a community connector, so we want to support All Elite Sports Academy. I see we have a few more folks that joined real quick. We want to give some
Yeah.
shout outs to,
Yeah.
I see we have Zach, our new social impact director, joined us. Thank you for all the help last night. I see we
Yes.
have Rich. We will be there as well, showing some of our offerings at ConnectSphere. Awesome. That's going to be great. So you're going to be out there. And we got Daryl. What's up, Daryl? What would we be able to do without you? You've been so helpful.
Yep.
Funny story. Daryl even helped me get something notarized in the parking lot yesterday
At the event.
before
That's
our
right. Yes.
event. Yeah. So he's just always ready as a notary. If you need a notary, reach out to Daryl. I think I've now used his services twice. An
Good.
incredible on-demand mobile notary.
Yes, I mean, he's an awesome guy. And Zach, make sure you wear your sneakers to our next event. I got to see the SC logo wear custom sneakers you got made. I'm excited to see those.
I see we have Vanessa. I want to give you a shout out. Yeah, Vanessa, check out Gather and Grow. If you have a hard time getting out to networking events during the week, definitely Gather and Grow is going to be a good opportunity. And then I guess as we wrap up, are there any questions? If anyone has questions, feel free to put them in the chat. We'll spend a few minutes answering some questions. And then Rich mentioned Blue Jean Ball is tomorrow for the Humane Society.
That's
Yes.
right. Yeah.
Is anybody? I know Michelle is going. I believe she's attending. We will be at the quarter auction, so there's the conflict there. But definitely check out Blue Jean Ball to support the Humane Society.
Yes.
And Zach says he helped me notarize
Notarize.
something at the last morning event. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Daryl is always ready to help.
That's it, man. He's a great
Awesome.
guy. Well, I think that sums up everything we wanted to touch on tonight, right?
Yeah. We do have the save the date for our next networking event. We don't have
Yep.
the event page up yet, but if anyone wants to just save the date, it's going to be March 25th. So it's a Tuesday. So we change
Mhm.
things around from time to time. We don't have it always on the same night because we try to accommodate different schedules. So
That's right.
March
Yeah.
25th, Tuesday, 6 p.m. We're going to be back at St. Lucie Lanes to try to, be closer to the other side of town because we're, trying to spread out the networking. We don't want to just
Yep.
live in St. Lucie West all the time. So
Yeah.
March 25th, 6 p.m., St. Lucie Lanes. We're going to have the RSVP page up probably by Monday, but you can
Yeah.
save the date, and it's just going to be a fantastic event. We've had many events there, and so the bowling alley, the Pockets Bar and Lounge is a really good venue.
Absolutely, man. Well,
Let's see. I don't
let's
think
see.
we have any questions here.
No,
Daryl says
no
yes.
questions.
When are we getting rid of Danny?
Yeah.
Been asking for this for a while, and he's still here. I
That's
don't know. Good
funny.
luck.
Hey,
Good
Daryl,
luck.
whenever I step down, you'll be more than welcome to hop into the seat, man.
There you go. Well, I guess that's gonna do it. Once again, thank you to everyone who joined us yesterday. Thank you to all our community connectors. Thank you to Easy Tech. Thank you to Yesenia from Keller
Mhm.
Williams Port St. Lucie. Thank you to Home Perspective Painting and Staining. Thank you to Cam's Pizza for providing the pizza. Thank you to Guardians for New Futures for providing the venue.
Mhm.
And to everybody who just came together to help in every way possible to make that possible. Our final head count was 131 people last night. I mean, who would have thought you could have a networking event with 131 people?
That's our second largest after our annual
It
event.
is. That was like 205. Yeah.
Yeah,
So we
205,
haven't beat that
131, and
one
I
yet.
think we had 120,
Yeah.
the last evening event, 121 or something like that along those lines, so, whew,
Wild.
we need bigger venues.
Yeah.
I'm
Right.
telling you, in the next 12 to 18 months, we'll see you guys at Clover Park because we're gonna have to hold it there. We're gonna have to hold it there.
That would be pretty cool. What's up,
I
Vonnie?
could
Thank
do
you
it.
for
I mean, I'm
joining.
a Yankee fan, but I'll talk to the Mets
Yeah. Right.
organization.
That's the only time you'll ever go in there.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only time.
Well, thank you, everybody,
Thank
and
you,
thank you,
guys.
Danny, for everything you're doing for the club. Without you, we wouldn't even be doing events. It would just be a Facebook group. So I'm really proud of what we're building as a team. Um,
Yes,
so thankful for everything you've contributed, and we're just going to keep growing this thing, and we're going to keep connecting leaders and strengthening businesses. That's our motto, and we're going to stick to it.
that's it. Good night, guys. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you out there.
Take care.
Take care.